Welcome to another episode of my life experiences. My name is Wezinyanewa Sosola, your usual host. Today I would like us to talk about making hard decisions at the workplace. You know, there comes a time when hard decisions just have to be made at the workplace. Simply because of maybe the situations that you have found yourself in. Perhaps you are dealing with a difficult boss who is a bully, who is micromanaging you. Maybe your ideas are not being taken on board. Or perhaps you've been waiting for a salary increment that's not been effected for a very long time. Or that long-awaited promotion is not coming through. And you just reach a breaking point. Frustration comes your way and you just say enough is enough. I can't move on with this job anymore. And sometimes maybe hard decisions have to be made, not even because of frustrations at the workplace, but you just want to progress in your career progression. You say, I've been here for a long time, I feel as if I should move on. But you look at the options that are presenting themselves, that alternatives, they may not be that viable at all, not attractive at all for you to make that hard decisions. Then how do you go about it when you find yourself in that situation? So there was a time in my career path when I was faced with a similar dilemma that required me to make such a hard decision. And during this time, I was working for a certain organization, a relatively small organization, but I must say that the position that I was holding was a very big position. It was a management position. And I had very good benefits, including a company car. I was given a Toyota Hilux. I was being given fuel. I could go anywhere I want. So as you can see, it was such a place of comfort for me because I was saving on money for fuel. I was saving on wear and tear for my personal vehicle because of these benefits. But this was a small organization. And I started asking myself questions that, where do I want to be in the next 3 years? Where do I want to be in the next 5 years? The only other option that had presented itself to me was to leave the current organization and go to a bigger organization. But in this big organization, the position that had presented itself to me was a smaller position. So I was faced with this dilemma. Should I leave my current comfort, the big management position, with all these benefits that I'm getting, the company car that I'm driving, the fuel that I'm being given? Should I go and accept this offer of a smaller position in this bigger organization? I challenged my mind and I came to a decision that no, I think this is the time that I should go and explore opportunities at this bigger organization. Because in that big organization, even though I was going for a lower position, I considered it to be a launch pad for me. I considered it to be a catalyst for me to reach greater heights, to reach higher positions. So I made a decision. I moved to that lower position. But what happened after a few months? I worked very hard. I gave myself to that particular position. I worked effectively, such that after working there for just a few months, the bosses recognized that I was working very hard. And the moment a higher position presented itself for me, they encouraged me to apply for that position. I applied for the position. I did well in the interviews. And just after a few months, I was promoted to a bigger position. So you can see my decision, this hard decision to leave the comfort of these benefits in a small organization, they paid off. So there are other decisions that you make strategically. You just make strategic decisions because you are looking at the future. What is the future like? How is the future presenting itself? Should I just be here or should I move on? So when you are making such hard decisions, don't just look at the now, but look at the future. What is the future going to look like? If I just stay here, nothing else will happen. But I would rather take the risks. I would rather explore the options and take other alternative choices. Be forward looking rather than looking in the immediate term. You should be able to look in the longer term. What is the longer term going to offer to me? You can even leave your present employment, totally leaving it. I've seen people leaving present employment being unemployed just because they want to invest their time in a business. They want to put all their efforts and energy in developing their business idea. They have developed this business and they want to push it forward, to grow that business. And sometimes, like I did, you can choose to leave your comfort of your present position. Maybe you are getting very good benefits, but you're making decision that, okay, I will leave these benefits behind. Even if I'm going for a lower position, at the end of everything, I'm looking at the future. So those are some of the questions that you have to be asking yourself when you are exploring your career growth, when you are at a workplace, asking yourself hard questions, asking yourself hard questions. If you are not making those hard decisions to leave the comfort behind and take up that risk and go into the unknown, there is no way you can progress. So life is about taking risks. Life is about exploring other options, taking other alternative choices. Achievers are always making hard decisions. If you are seeing that on the other side, at least there is a glimmer of hope, then you better make that hard decision. Maybe going for a lower position or even leaving your present employment totally just because you want to invest your time in your own personal business. You are seeing that there are opportunities for growth in that area of business and you want to give it your all, you want to give it all your energy. So guys, make those hard choices. You'll get a reward from that. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to share. Thank you so much, guys. Stay blessed.